Hello, welcome back. I think this is the third week, something around there. Now the title of the video, first thing, that is not good, not a good number. Later I'll explain how that number is actually not that high, not that low actually. So I'll later explain in the video where it currently is. But yeah, and also this week was a bit weird for me. I got braces on Monday, so I was like kind of like it hurt a bit for like Monday, Tuesday. I was like, ooh, not great. Then later see how like the market was those days. And then third thing, thanks for the story post for liquidity about the end the Fed hat. So thank you for that story post. That's crazy. But, all right, let's get started with this. All right, damn. We ended. This is the total performance, right? This is by percentages. So this is not having compounding into it. So the beginning of the week, we were here at the end of the week, right? So the beginning of the week, we earned a 1%. Right here, we were actually positive. I'm like, so that day, I was thinking, okay, good. Like I have races that day, so I'm like, just let it run. Right, CPI on Thursday, PPI on Friday. So I'm thinking, I just wait for the decision, as my change here was based on the coming data, right? But really, this whole loss here that you see happened before it was even announced, so it was pricing it in really these days. And these days I was a little pissed off, and I'm like, nothing's really happening. It's just going up by 1%. So that was a bit annoying. But then I'm like, oh, you know what? The whole point of this is to wait for the data. That's why you do a long position. Later see how this week no trades were done. And in the end, I'll revisit that right now. And then later on, like it fell a bit, and they kind of just returned, and now we're like around here, I think. So it's very, very weird. Any negative 2% day, which could easily happen one day or another, that would automatically make us like positive, and the market would be not good. So it's really, I'm thinking about it a lot right now. But yeah, let's continue with this. So here has the compounding with it. So it's almost the same graph. Losses around 1.89 instead of percentage-wise. It's almost the same right now. Yeah, there's not much difference. So last week here's the red. So we were going good, and then boom. Here these are the totals. So we gained 1% on one day. Then on the next day we lost from negative. We lost a lot, negative 1 point something, and then we lost even more, and then it kind of came back, but not really. So yeah, so this is the portion graph right here. So here we have, this is Monday right here. I'm like, okay, just waiting for data, and then it just moves with nothing coming out. I'm like, bruh. And so I'm like, okay, let's just wait for it. So I waited for it, and then it came out, and then it pretty much just stayed stable, went up and down, up and down. We'll see the graph later on how literally it's almost a duplicate day. It's crazy. So this day, this is the week performance. So this week was negative 1.6, not good. It has like another 1.2. So you're really thinking SPY is hitting all-time highs, right? Is there, are we really in an all-time high territory? That's really the question right now. So I'm also thinking on what happens this Monday. I'm not like the 90%, 10%, like the 80% non-leverage, 10% edge, 10% leverage. That's gonna stay the same. But I gotta think on my positions on that, and really with all the data coming up. So yeah, so we outperformed 2 out of 5, not good. Overall 40%, not great. SPY, similar thing. SPY was 1.15 this week, so not as high as NASDAQ, but pretty much the same. So 46 points, a little higher. Dow Jones actually did quite good this week, 1.2%. Yeah, 53.33. So this is the highest outperformance one. Now Dow Jones is normally a little bit less volatile. Like it moves a bit, not as like fast. It doesn't have as high variability as NASDAQ and SPY. It's a bit slower moving, let's say. But 53 on it. So yeah, this is comparison to all. So here the blue. Yeah, the blue should be. The blue should be SPY. No, yeah. So the yellow is QQ, so that's NASDAQ. The blue here is SPY, and the green is Dow Jones. So You can see overall positive right over here, and the data came out these 2 days. And if you only look at it from these 2 days, like, it did end up going up a bit, but nothing out of the ordinary. And this upside actually was lost in the after hours, so it's like it ended almost zero, like only by 0.01%. It was up. So that was, you can tell how priced in that was almost exact, literally the same thing. And really, the data is not great for the Fed, so that 50-point cut was not a very good idea. As CPI actually went up and PPI stayed the same. So here you have daily percent gain this week. So one day we earned 1%. So that day I was like, okay, good. Maybe the next day we'll lose maybe negative 0.3, whatever it is, what it is. Nope, negative 1.7. Like literally almost nothing came out this day. So I was like, frick. And then negative 1 again. So these 2 days were just pricing all this in. And then we earned on one day and then lost those gains again. But then this day was neutral, so like at the end, so it was okay. So you can see these are it's basically just the opposite, right? QQQ here is the yellow, you got SPY is the green, and then you got Dow is the blue, and you can see it's basically the same. Like it's just opposites here. Here we gained quite a good, and here we lost even more than QQQ. Here's around like a bit, losing a bit more, and then here we gained almost double. Here we lost just a bit. So green, so the red days increased. So average, so the loss increased too, and the gain increased a bit, but not as much as I'd like. But really, like the thing is, like 1-2% day and we're good pretty much. So I'm just waiting for that to happen. Mean trade, so this dropped by 1, and here I have the graph of the overall history. So I started off doing this 6 is, so it's 3 buys and then 3 sells. So I was leaving out of my positions 100% by the end of the day. So I was buying the 3, and then at the close or around close I would sell everything, and then I'd redo it again in the morning. And theoretically that's not like a like you're prone to lose money in that way, right? And I mean, this displays the opposite. When I've done 0 trades, right, I've been losing more than when I've been doing this. And keep in mind that I was investing in the same things. And this time when the market was going up, I was actually making money on shorts. And then here I'm more lean bearish, and it hasn't done very good. So I'm thinking and maybe reconsidering going back to this. Slowly gaining more money, but having a higher trade number, or doing the opposite, and that it might just take maybe 1 to 2 weeks, but we have a lower trade number, and it's just like that. Also, having higher trades, I have to be a lot more like in it, and like I can't just like look at it every 3 hours, right? You have to like look at it a lot more, and always be keen to what's gonna happen. So 0 cents says no, there were no sells. So yeah, this is the overall return after fees, negative 1.894. That was at the close on Friday. So I mean, right now, like I can fix. If we look at markets right now, so let's open up. Yeah, you can see here Nasdaq is negative 2.6 right now from Friday close. Around Friday 3 p.m. it would be actually. And so here you can see going up a little, and now it's going down. So like if I take into this percent into consideration into a portfolio. Welcome back. So here I just added the percent change. It was QQ, I think negative 0.27, and then the other positions around. So there's increase, and then now we're negative 1.54. So that's almost a 0.4% increase from Friday close. But really, it's moving quite big. We can easily have a negative 1.5% day, and then we're back up, and it's like that. So really Monday for me is going to be the day. This week there is some data coming up, not too big stuff, but some stuff is, so not really a big news week. But yeah, also I wanted to show you all the Thursday and Friday, so let's look at that. Okay, so that's already down negative 3 pretty much. Who cares? So if we look at, let's go more, let's maximize here, and let's look at this, 10 days, 30 minutes. So here, basically, here you have Thursday, and then here you have Friday. So basically Thursday we were already, it was good. I'm like, okay, good, we're going down. CPI wasn't great, not good for the Fed, and it basically just went back up. And then later in the pre-market session, it went back down even more. I'm like, okay, good, this is what we're supposed to be seeing. Finally, and the PPI comes out, it's the same. I'm like, okay, then re-rally up again, and now it's going back down. So like, it could go down even further than here, right? I mean, if you look at this big, larger scale, you see just went down, down, up. It's like copy paste, pretty much. Like this could like theoretically go down over here. Maybe market open like here. We want it to be around this level, so this level could say by the end of the week. This is around the 2%, so we'll see. It's already going down a little, so really I gotta see how it's gonna be by open and how it acts. If it starts acting weird, I'll probably sell and go back to a higher trade number. To just, it'll be like, okay, it's not in a way, right now it might not be a good time, you might just wait until another time. But I think it's just patience, really. Like one bad day could easily wipe these games out. So just patience. It's not looking good right now, but it takes time. Like it's like if I was shorting around here, it goes up, 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 and then like, okay, when is it gonna stop? It goes boom, boom, boom. So I mean, it can go down and then keep on going up, right? So, or it can go down, 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 or so it's really right when we go positive though, for sure. I'm gonna obviously take out significantly our risk. So I'm gonna lower the risk by a lot when we reach positive for the portfolio. Yeah, which is something I should have done on Monday. I should have sold most of the positions and just waited. I should have done that, but it's okay. I mean, now I know for this time to do that. So yeah, any comments or questions in the comments below? And yeah, okay. See you later.